So when I was asleep at 2 a.m. this morning, and I woke up at 4:30 a.m. to read it, I got an email from the family friend in Germany that I've talked about in previous videos on this topic, saying that my abuser is coming back to the United States today. I imagine she's on a plane right now, and all it says is she is going to fly to a friend and work there as in this country. I don't know if that means here's the thing. She doesn't have any friends. I mentioned this in one of the other videos. She doesn't have any friends. The only friend she had was from 2 decades ago, half my life ago, and she completely ditched her, ignored her, treated her like crap, and da-da-da. And she's like half an hour away. So, I don't know what they're talking about, and I told him that months ago. I was like, she doesn't have friends, so I really don't know what you're talking about. Like, if she has a friend that'll take her, okay, as long as it's not coming here to this door. I don't know. And I could have emailed back to find out, but I really don't want to. So here I am freaking the hell out right now. I've pretty much had like a panic attack or an anxiety attack, I don't know, since 4:30, and it was difficult to get back to sleep. And trying to get ready to film videos that aren't even this one, I'm trying not to get into hysterics right now. And I keep looking out the door, and I'm like, is she going to come? Because I'm not picking her up. They didn't give me, here's the thing, they didn't give me flight details. So I'm guessing maybe somebody out there is gullible enough or easily manipulated enough to believe whatever crap is coming out of her mouth and picking her up from the airport. Is it from the Charlotte airport? I don't know. There's some family in Indiana that's like a mixture of German and American side. But, did I ever mention that she sent 2 letters since? I think one of the original videos was talking about how I kept getting emails. This time it was 2 letters. So she left in March. It's now September. And there were 2 letters. None of them have been responded to. They weren't addressed to me, they were addressed to my dad. But none of them have been responded to. And one of them, she said that she wasn't going to be able to live with her aunt or whoever because of the landlord. I don't know how true that is. There's a lot of, even in the letters, there's manipulating stuff like, why are you both so mean to me? As if, like, we forced her out when actually she's the one that said, take me to the airport, got on a plane, and left. So yeah, the letters were like the same old mumbo jumbo, just the same old, just in written form this time. So, I don't know. Are you with my old high school friend's mother half an hour away? Is she still in the same house? There's room for her, because that woman had like 5 kids. There's a couple rooms in that house. But, so then it's like, great. She's gonna try to come here. It's like all in my head I'm thinking, this is a ploy. This is some sort of little scheme so that she could still try to get back here anyway. So I keep freaking out because I don't know what to do. I could change the locks. I bought a new doorknob thing, but I can't get the last screw out. So until I can finally get that out, or if any of my friends will answer me and help me get it out, that's there. I'm very, very positive she doesn't have an extra key. I'm very, very positive. But still, on the off chance that something happened, dealing with cops, trying to figure that out. But here's the thing. I've dealt with various authorities before when I was younger, and nobody did anything. So you can understand, hopefully, where I'm a little bit wary about dealing with that, especially because we've all lived under the same roof. It would be one thing if we were completely separate, but we have been living under the same roof all my life. Is her name on a lease? I don't know. My dad's name is on a lease. I don't know if her name is. So there's that, because then it's like this back and forth of, well, she can still get in. She can still come in and be allowed in because her name's on the lease, but I don't know. And I don't know what a lease is because it's not mine. If she happens to be in states away, living with somebody out there in the universe of whatever the hell this family tree is, great, I guess. That means, you're still, there's a very small, slim chance that I'm ever going to see you in person, because I had no plans on going to Indiana. Wait, one of my good friends lives in Indiana. I don't know how far from the town in Indiana where she would be staying, where the other family people are. We'll figure that out. But it would be a hell of a lot better than half an hour. Well, thankfully, I know all the places that she would frequent. I highly doubt that it ever changed, because she had the same routine for almost 30 years now. So there's that. I could just avoid certain places and not have to worry about it. But again, on the off chance, because who knows what she's been telling whoever the heck that she's supposedly staying with. And then be like, oh, okay, cool, well, we'll take you to your old place and go see your daughter. And not exactly my idea of a good time. I'm a little bit more calm now. I don't know how much that's really saying. I don't even know what I'm saying. My English is not making sense. I don't know if it's making much of a difference, me being calm. I say I'm calm. I'm more calm than I was this morning. But, and I wrote this in a Patreon article for last month. Like, even though I'm by myself now here, well, except for when my dad comes back from work, which is very rare. But there's still what is the word that I'm looking for? I used stench the first time I was talking about this with somebody. And the memories, the stench of everything, just the feeling of everything that's happened here is still here. So there's no actual feel of freedom until eventually, maybe, hopefully, I can go, like, somewhere else and as far as possible. It's like West Coast instead of East Coast, because the farther away the better, and 3,000 miles sounds good. It would have been nice for it to be 6,000 miles, but now apparently she's on a flight back to this country, which I don't even know how. She has a torn up green card. The government works in mysterious ways and strange, nonsensical, annoying ways. But also, I guess maybe her dad could have bought a new green card, apparently, because you can go to the German consulate or the American consulate or whatever and get a new one. So there's that. I don't know. Maybe for as long as I don't have the actual details, that's good. I don't have the flight details, so I'm guessing nobody's expecting me to pick her up, because I wouldn't. But at the same time, me not knowing who this friend is and where she's going, like, I'm gonna be on my tippy toes for a while I'm still here. And I can't even go anywhere because I don't even have my car back from the shop in Wilmington. And even then, I still have to wait a couple of months because I'm gonna trade it in. And it's easier to do that with the guy that I got it from originally. So there's still quite a few months left before I can even think about finally being able to be free 100% and start a new chapter. Am I surprised? Really? Like, on one hand, I would want to know so I can figure out, do I need to worry? On the other hand, I don't want to know because I don't want to be. I want it to be absolutely done. And then when I got that email, I officially bought my grandfather off Facebook. He's never actually been the one to say anything. It's always been through the family friend, which is very annoying. But now I've just finally blocked him and I haven't emailed back to family friend. I almost wanted to just to say a few choice words. But I'm just better off not doing it, because then that just invites them to keep emailing me more when I said don't email me again. So, but am I really surprised? Am I really so surprised? No, because the letters just kept on being like, please let me come back, please let me come back, even though we were like, you're not good for us. You're not good for us. You are abusive. You are manipulative. No. And you wanted to go back. You just took basically $2,000 of our money and went back. And, like, no. And that would be $2,000 that we would never see back. And that's another annoying thing. You're gonna be back here, and now I have all this money that's gone. I guess it's still used wisely if she happens to not be near me. But still, But also in the email, it's like, she's become a very angry woman. Like, she's from just being sad all the time, from now being angry. Nobody became angry. She's always been this way. I've been telling everybody she's been this way. She's been this way forever. That is the whole reason. She's always been abusive and So it's just like, I told you. And now you're acting like this is some brand new thing. But it's not. It's like, y'all knew that and you chose not to, like, pay attention to this, or, like, you just didn't want to believe me, or what. I don't know. My mind is, like, going 100 miles an hour, so everything I say right now, I'm probably forgetting that I'm going to say it. Like, I'll forget everything I just said when this is done. So this is really just rambling. This is just me trying to, like, get it all out, because therapy no longer became an option for me. So there's oh, God. So yeah, now I have all the blinds downstairs closed off. I have no blinds on this window, so, I mean, I'm on the second floor, at least, but still, it's just like, the chain's on the door for now, and the little door stopper is on there. And for right now, I'm going to be on my toes. I am going to be constantly moving my head back and forth and being like, when is it going to be the minute that I end up seeing her? And if I do, if she's here somewhere, what the hell is going to happen? I don't want to deal with it. I don't. Who does? Who would want to deal with that? It's like every car that starts slowing down here, I just like start freaking out. Even if they're actually going to turn over there, I'm like starting to freak out. Guess with that all being said, if you ever wanted to hire me for a speaking engagement or consulting or a sponsored video or something, Twitter post, Instagram, I have my website down below, rikkipoynter.com. You can book me. I also have my manager's email down below, and we're gonna try to find the work somewhere, the public speaking work, the consulting work, etc., etc., the Patreon work. You know, we got some of that going on if you want to pledge and get some exclusive, mostly written articles or essays every month. So all that money goes towards going to another coast. If you want updates on the matter, subscribe, and maybe I might have something to provide you later on in the future, but I guess we'll have to wait and see. It's 8 o'clock right now. She is back. My dad kept getting calls. First I thought it was the German consulate because he made it sound like the government called him. No, it was the airport. And they said, you have somebody that is needing to be picked up. Like I thought. There's no friend. And she's claiming that she didn't come up with the lie. She's claiming it was done by her dad or whatever. Yeah, so the airport got her the airport taxi, came over to the apartment. And I did not allow her in. And now she's at a hotel nearby until, I don't know. But I found out she's on a lease. She never got taken off the lease when she left, though. She's on a lease so she can come back. Legally, I cannot keep her out. But right now, she's not, no. Right now, she definitely knows. I made it well known that she can't come back in here right now. I don't know when, but I know that legally I cannot keep her out because it's not my apartment. It's my dad's. His name is on a lease and so is hers. So we're back at square one. And all I can do now is hope that I get some good paid work right now so I can save up and move 3,000 miles away. And she won't have my address. Nobody's gonna have where I would go. So I guess early 2022. Here's to hoping. Because there's no, I needed to go anywhere else anyways. But now it's like, I really have no choice now because I can't. So I need to hopefully keep looking for some work. Hopefully get some public speaking, consulting, whatever work. If you are a business or a college, whatever, that wants me to come speak remotely, even whatever, shoot me an email. All my information is down below. I did get my money back and then some for the whatever I paid to take her back to Germany. So got that at least. She was gonna give that to me anyway. So she said, amazing. Back to square one, but they're gonna try to come up with a solution. So that's the goal. Get my original car back from Wilmington. Hopefully it gets fixed by Friday. Get to January so I can finish my first buyer's program and trade for a bigger car that is more moving to the other side of the country friendly, especially with 2 cats. And then hopefully keep on with that consistent work so, I can continue to go live somewhere else.